Hi there, Mark. So it's nice to see that you have written an essay for us. Good work. Let's take a look at your task 1 and see what you wrote. The bar graph presents the number of residents owning pets in 6 different regions. Yes, okay. Over a 9-year period from 1990 to 1998. Okay, great. Overall, according to World Pet Organization, careful with your typing, the year 1994 was seen to have the highest number of registered pet owners, with above 900,000 in the said places, while the following year, 1995, was noted to have the fewest registered number of owners of domesticated animals. I can't read today, with above 700,000. There should be another zero. For the first 5 years, starting from 1990 to 1994, there were, careful, it's past, generally more people owning pets in the mentioned 6 regions, where the average total number is above 800,000, except for the year 1990. During this period, there was an increasing trend of owning pets starting in 1990, which increased to nearly 900,000 in 1992. This is followed by a slight decrease in registration in 1993, but rose again to more than, with an A, 900,000 in 1994. On the latter 4 years, there was noted to have decline. There was a decline in pet owning noted, would be better. In 1995, there were only above 700,000 pet owners, which then fluctuated at around 800,000 over the next 3 years. Okay, Mark, you've done some things I like. One thing you did is that you paid a lot of attention to the total number here, which is great, because I'll tell you something, most people who write this task 1 do not pay attention to the total. So that's good. Some of the vocabulary is nice, some of it is a little awkward. Let me tell you where your biggest problem is. Your biggest problem is that you did not mention the individual regions at all. You didn't mention any of their data. You didn't mention who had the most, where their numbers were. So all you did was spend 2 big paragraphs and even your overview just talking about that total. They're not concerned only with the total. So what you could have done, and probably what you should have done, is you should have spent 1 paragraph talking about the total, and then you should have spent a paragraph talking about the individual countries, the individual regions. So you can see that in the figures there is a lot of stability, but there are some countries whose numbers really make all the difference. Like I think America's numbers play a big role, and then I remember you didn't include the picture here, so it's difficult to say. But you absolutely needed to organize your paragraphs differently and not focus just on the total. If the IELTS people were concerned only about the total, then they would not have provided all of this information about the individual regions, okay? So, let's see. I'm glad that you did this. It's quite nice. Your overview was well done. So there are some good elements, but we really need to work together so that you can understand which areas of the chart and graph need to be focused on. So I hope that you will consider sending us more essays so that we can help you with your preparation. All right, I think that you'll find essay corrections really helpful for you. So that's the end of this particular correction. Wishing you lots of good luck, and I hope to see more of your essays very soon.